Danced her way into our hearts and never looked back. From military bases to music charts, from heartbreak to healing, from hitmaker to household name, Ciara's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. In this full and inspiring biography, we dive deep into the life of Ciara Princess Wilson, her early struggles, her musical breakthroughs, her legacy as a mother, a mogul, and a modern icon. This is the story of a woman who chose strength over silence, grace over gossip, and power over pain. This is the story of Ciara. In the ever-evolving world of music, dance, and entertainment, few names evoke the blend of elegance, resilience, and transformative artistry like Ciara Princess Wilson. Known for her electrifying performances, dynamic vocals, and a presence that commands attention, Ciara has become a modern icon of versatility. But her story extends far beyond the stage and studio. It's one of perseverance, transformation, and a continual quest to uplift herself and others. From her southern roots to becoming a global star and influential philanthropist, Ciara's journey is a tale of unwavering ambition and heartfelt purpose. This biography explores her life in vivid detail, tracing the arc of her existence from her humble beginnings through her triumphant rise to fame, remarkable achievements, deeply personal struggles, and lasting impact. Through the power of rhythm and resilience, Ciara's legacy is not only etched in music history but also in the hearts of millions she continues to inspire. Ciara Princess Harris was born on October 25, 1985, in Austin, Texas, a state known for its deep musical roots. She was the only child of Jackie Harris, née Smith, and Carlton Clay Harris, a military couple whose values of discipline, resilience, and love of community would shape the foundation of Ciara's future. Her first name, Ciara, was inspired by the Revlon fragrance of the same name, symbolic of beauty, style, and allure, qualities she would later embody in her life and career. Due to her father's career in the U.S. Army, Ciara's childhood was a nomadic one. The Harris family moved frequently, living in military bases across Germany, New York, Utah, California, Arizona, and Nevada. This peripatetic lifestyle exposed her to a rich tapestry of cultures and experiences. It also instilled in Ciara a strong sense of adaptability, a skill that would later become crucial in navigating the unpredictable world of entertainment. Despite the frequent relocations, her family maintained a close-knit dynamic. Her parents were not only her providers but also her first mentors. Jackie, the homemaker, nurtured Ciara's sense of confidence and individuality, while Carlton, a dedicated serviceman, emphasized the importance of hard work and integrity. The values they instilled in her during her formative years would later echo in her personal conduct, artistic choices, and philanthropic ventures. Ciara often described her upbringing as rooted in love and support. Although she was an only child, her household was filled with music. Her parents played a wide variety of genres, from classic R&B to gospel and hip-hop, helping to plant the seeds of her own musical passion. Influences ranged from Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson to Sword and TLC, and she would spend hours mimicking dance routines in front of the television, unknowingly preparing for the career that lay ahead. Her early love for music wasn't just a passing fancy. As a young girl, Ciara began writing songs in her journal. Even without formal training, she possessed an instinct for melody and storytelling. She would later recall how writing gave her a voice and a sense of control in a life that was often unsettled due to frequent moves. The turning point came during her teenage years, when her family finally settled in Atlanta, Georgia, a city known as the cradle of Southern hip-hop and R&B. Atlanta's vibrant music scene would prove to be a fertile ground for her talents, giving her access to new opportunities, mentors, and a creative environment that matched her ambitions. While growing up in Atlanta, Ciara attended Riverdale High School. Although her academic record was respectable, her heart was always drawn to music and performance. In school, she was known as the quiet girl with big dreams. Friends and teachers recall her as polite, focused, and unusually determined for someone her age. She wasn't just interested in fame, she was driven by a genuine love for her craft. During her high school years, Ciara became more immersed in music. Atlanta's bustling R&B scene introduced her to emerging producers and artists. She began attending talent shows and networking with producers, often spending weekends in makeshift recording studios. It was during this time that she joined a girl group called Hearsay with two friends. Though the group didn't last long, it was an essential training ground for Ciara, offering her first-hand experience in songwriting, harmonization, and the challenges of the industry. The disbanding of Hearsay wasn't the end, it was the beginning of Ciara's solo focus. She decided to pursue a solo career with intense dedication. Determined to develop her songwriting and vocal abilities, she continued writing and recording demos, often using borrowed equipment or favors from local producers. Her big break came when she met record producer Ciara, a respected figure in the Atlanta music scene known for spotting young talent. Ciara recognized Ciara's raw potential almost instantly. He described her as the total package: beauty, dance, voice, and star power. Under his mentorship, she signed a deal with his Shonaf label, and the two began working on her debut project. Ciara introduced her to key players in the industry, including executives at LaFace Records, which eventually led to her signing with the label. In 2003, at just 18 years old, Ciara officially stepped into the professional music world. Her early experiences in high school, her disciplined military upbringing, and her time in Hearsay had all contributed to shaping a young woman who was now ready to take on the world. By 2003, Ciara had officially entered the professional music scene. Her signing to Ciara's Shonaf label was more than just a career milestone, it was a creative awakening. With his mentorship, she began recording songs that would soon define her as a fresh voice in R&B. Her sound was a dynamic fusion of hip-hop-infused beats, melodic vocals, and rhythmic dance energy. During this early period, Ciara co-wrote her breakout single Goodies, a bold and infectious anthem of female empowerment. Working alongside Lil Jon, who was at the height of his fame as the king of crunk music, the trio crafted a track that would shake the music industry. Released on June 8, 2004, Goodies was an immediate hit. Its message, rejecting advances from unwanted suitors, resonated strongly with young women and helped distinguish Ciara from her peers. Goodies quickly climbed the Billboard Hot 100 chart and held the #1 spot for 7 consecutive weeks, a rare feat for a debut single. This success catapulted Ciara into the spotlight, earning her the nickname the First Lady of Crunk&B from critics and fans alike. On September 28, 2004, she released her debut album, Goodies, under LaFace Records and Shonaf Records. The album was a resounding success, debuting at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and eventually going triple platinum in the United States. It spawned multiple hit singles including 1. A Two-Step featuring Missy Elliott, peaked at number 2 on Billboard Hot 100. O.A. featuring Ludacris, peaked at number 2 on Billboard Hot 100. And I, peaked at number 96, a fan favorite for its ballad-like tone. The album's success established Ciara as not just a singer, but also a performer. Her music videos showcased her exceptional dancing ability, crisp, fluid, and endlessly engaging. Comparisons to Janet Jackson and Aaliyah quickly emerged, and Ciara handled them with grace, determined to forge her own identity. Beyond the music, Ciara's presence in the industry signaled a new wave of female artists who could dominate both the charts and the stage. She wasn't just following the trends, she was setting them. Following the unprecedented success of Goodies, Ciara spent the next few years building her empire. She embarked on her first major tour and began collaborating with high-profile artists, further cementing her place in the industry. In 2005, she joined Gwen Stefani on the Harajuku Lovers Tour, exposing her to new audiences worldwide. In December 2006, Ciara released her sophomore album Ciara, The Evolution. The album title was not just symbolic, it reflected her maturity, growth, and desire to be seen as a full-fledged artist rather than just a pop sensation. She took greater creative control, co-writing and co-producing much of the project. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified platinum. The evolution spawned a series of successful singles, including Promise, a sultry, slow-burning ballad that topped the hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart. Like a Boy, an empowering anthem that questioned gender roles. Can't Leave Em Alone featuring 50 Cent. Get Up featuring Chamillionaire featured on the Step Up movie soundtrack. This era revealed Ciara's willingness to push creative boundaries. Her choreography became more experimental, her fashion choices bolder, and her interviews more candid. She was no longer the girl next door, she was an icon in the making. However, fame brought pressure. With growing expectations, Ciara found herself navigating the complexities of image, branding, and public scrutiny. While she enjoyed success, she was also met with challenges from critics who questioned her longevity. In 2009, she released her third album, Fantasy Ride, which marked a stylistic shift toward electropop and urban dance. Though the album received mixed reviews, it included the hit single Love Sex Magic featuring Justin Timberlake, which reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned a Grammy nomination. Fantasy Ride demonstrated Ciara's courage to evolve artistically. Though some longtime fans struggled with the new direction, she stayed true to her vision. She was experimenting, growing, then learning the theme that would define the next phase of her life and career. Ciara's achievements extend far beyond platinum plaques and chart-topping singles. Over the years, she has built a career that blends musical artistry, entrepreneurship, fashion, and philanthropy. Her career milestones are as diverse as they are impactful. Over 23 million records sold worldwide. Multiple Grammy nominations, including Best New Artist 2006 and Best Pop Collaboration Love Sex Magic. Winner of 3 BET Awards, 3 MTV Video Music Awards, and 1 Grammy Award, Best Short-Form Music Video. Her debut album Goodies was included in Rolling Stone's Top 50 Albums of 2004. Recognized by Billboard as one of the top 50 R&B/hip-hop artists of the 2000s. Ciara made her acting debut in the 2006 MTV film All You've Got, showcasing her charisma beyond the stage. She later appeared in projects such as Mama, I Want to Sing, 2011. That's My Boy, 2012, where she acted alongside Adam Sandler. Guest appearances on TV shows including America's Next Top Model and I Can Do That, NBC. Her magnetic presence translated well on screen, opening up more opportunities in Hollywood. Known for her distinctive style, Ciara became a fixture in fashion circles. She appeared in campaigns for major brands like Revlon, becoming a global brand ambassador in 2016. Roberto Cavalli, Keds, and Topshop. She graced the covers of Vogue Arabia, Harper's Bazaar, Essence, and Billboard. Ciara's personal life, much like her professional journey, has been one of evolution, healing, and empowerment. From public romances to motherhood, her story of love and self-discovery has inspired millions around the world. In 2013, Ciara began a high-profile relationship with rapper Future, with whom she collaborated musically and shared a deep emotional connection. The two became engaged in October 2013 and welcomed their son, Future Zahir Wilburn, on May 19, 2014. However, their relationship faced turbulence. In 2014, shortly after their son's birth, the couple separated following reports of infidelity. The very public nature of their breakup was difficult for Ciara, who found herself the subject of tabloid speculation and online scrutiny. Despite the pain, she emerged stronger, choosing to focus on her child, her healing, and her faith. Ciara's ability to move through heartbreak with grace became a hallmark of her story. She leaned heavily into her spirituality, often citing prayer and self-reflection as her path toward peace. In interviews, she would later express that this period helped her rediscover her identity and strength as a woman and mother. Finding true partnership. Russell Wilson. In 2015, Ciara met Russell Wilson, the NFL quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Their relationship blossomed quickly, but it was grounded in shared values, faith, family, and a commitment to doing good. They made headlines for publicly stating their decision to abstain from sex until marriage, a vow that reflected their spiritual devotion and deep emotional connection. The couple married on July 6, 2016, at Peckforton Castle in Cheshire, England, in a fairy tale wedding that was both private and regal. Their union was celebrated as a refreshing contrast to typical celebrity romances, a bond built on respect, transparency, and mutual empowerment. Russell Wilson embraced Ciara's son as his own, and in interviews, Ciara often praised his fatherly love and unwavering support. Together, the couple would go on to build a loving blended family. They welcomed their first child together, Sienna Princess Wilson, on April 28, 2017, followed by their son Win Harrison Wilson on July 23, 2020. In December 2023, the couple welcomed their fourth child, a daughter named Amora Princess Wilson. Ciara has described motherhood as her greatest blessing. She often balances her career around her children's needs and is known for prioritizing school activities, family routines, and intimate moments at home, even while managing an empire. In her own words, "I feel like being a mother makes me better in every area of my life. It gives everything I do a deeper purpose." Though Ciara has always carried herself with elegance, her journey has not been without public trials. From creative disputes with record labels to personal betrayals, her story is one of facing adversity with quiet resilience. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, Ciara faced tension with her record label. Her fourth studio album, Basic Instinct, 2010, failed to perform commercially, despite critical praise. Ciara blamed the lack of support from Jive Records, her label at the time, claiming that they failed to fund proper promotion or music videos. In 2011, she made the bold decision to part ways with the label. This meant stepping into uncertain territory as an independent artist, but also reclaiming her creative freedom. The risk paid off when she signed with Epic Records, under the leadership of L.A. Reid, the same executive who originally signed her years earlier. Her self-titled 2013 album Ciara marked a triumphant return, with hits like Body Party reintroducing her to a new generation of fans. The album was both a commercial and emotional success, symbolizing her comeback. Her split with rapper Future wasn't just emotionally painful, it was also legally contentious. The two engaged in a public custody battle over their son, and Ciara filed a $15 million defamation lawsuit against Future in 2016, citing damaging tweets and interviews. Though the case was eventually dropped, it highlighted the challenges she faced in co-parenting under public scrutiny. Despite these hardships, Ciara consistently chose not to retaliate in the public eye. Her responses, when they came, were measured and dignified. She focused on her family, her music, and her relationship with God. Her ability to endure hardship without losing her sense of identity is one of the most inspiring aspects of her story. As she once said in an interview, "I've learned that I can be in control of my own narrative. No matter what others say, I get to decide who I am." For Ciara, fame has always come with a purpose. Alongside her husband Russell Wilson, she has built a life centered around giving back and using their platform to inspire change. Their philanthropic efforts are wide-ranging, strategic, and deeply personal. In 2014, Ciara and Russell co-founded the Why Not You Foundation, a non-profit organization focused on education, children's health, fighting poverty, and empowering youth. The foundation's mission is rooted in the belief that everyone has the power to achieve greatness, no matter their background. The foundation supports initiatives such as scholarships for underserved students, STEM programs for young women and minorities, health and wellness initiatives in local communities, In 2021, the couple launched the Why Not You Academy, a tuition-free charter school in Des Moines, Washington, designed to provide high-quality education to children from low-income families. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Ciara and Russell were among the first celebrities to donate funds to local food banks. They contributed 1 million meals to Feeding America and Food Lifeline, showing their commitment to addressing food insecurity. Ciara also took part in public health campaigns encouraging COVID-19 testing and vaccination among Black and underserved communities. Her voice, particularly as a mother, helped reassure hesitant communities and promote safety. A staunch advocate for women's rights, Ciara frequently uses her platform to support Black female entrepreneurs. In 2020, she partnered with Lita to fund women-owned businesses and promote sustainable fashion. She has spoken at numerous empowerment conferences, including the Women's Empowerment Expo, and served as a keynote speaker at events focused on equity and inclusion. Her speech at the 2020 Black Girls Rock Awards was especially powerful, where she reminded young girls, "You are built for this. Your vision, your voice, your value, it all matters. Never dim your light for the comfort of others." Throughout her career, Ciara has been celebrated not just for her musical prowess, but also for her resilience, leadership, philanthropy, and influence in fashion and culture. Her awards and recognitions span across numerous categories, underscoring the multifaceted nature of her impact. Ciara's chart success and creative innovation have earned her a wide array of accolades. Highlights include Grammy Award 2006. Best Short-Form Music Video for A Lose Control with Missy Elliott and Fatman Scoop. Though Ciara has had several nominations, this win was especially significant as it came early in her career, validating her creative instincts and stage dynamism. BET Awards. Best New Artist 2005. Best Collaboration 2005 for One, Two Step. Viewers' Choice Award 2005. MTV Video Music Awards. Best Dance Video 2005 One, Two Step. Multiple nominations over the years for choreography, visual effects, and video direction. Soul Train Awards. Recognized for Best Dance Performance and Best R&B/Soul Female Artist. Billboard Women in Music 2008. Awarded the Woman of the Year title for her influence on music and culture. These honors not only acknowledge her talent but also reflect her unwavering commitment to her craft. Her consistency over 2 decades in the music industry, an industry known for its volatility, is a testament to her endurance and creative spirit. Ciara's daring fashion sense and influence in beauty have also been recognized. Revlon Global Brand Ambassador 2016. As the face of the iconic beauty brand, Ciara became a symbol of modern beauty, diverse, bold, and confident. Vogue Arabia cover 2019. A visually striking shoot that celebrated her African-American heritage and her strength as a woman, mother, and artist. Harper's Bazaar Women of the Year 2020. Honored for her work in activism, motherhood, and artistry. Ciara's ability to seamlessly move between the entertainment world and the high fashion industry has made her a modern icon. Designers frequently note her poise and presence, which allow her to transform every red carpet into a statement. As of the mid-2020s, Ciara continues to evolve, refusing to rest on the laurels of her past successes. Her life in recent years has been marked by a deliberate pivot toward entrepreneurship, advocacy, family leadership, and faith-based community building. In 2019, Ciara released her 7th studio album, Beauty Marks, under her independent label Beauty Marks Entertainment, BME. The album marked a new era of self-ownership. Ciara was now in complete control of her music, branding, and business. The title Beauty Marks was symbolic. In Ciara's words, every scar, every pain, every lesson, it's a beauty mark now. It's part of who I am. The album featured singles like Level Up, which became a viral dance challenge and empowerment anthem. Level Up wasn't just a song, it became a cultural movement. Women around the world danced to it, using it as a mantra for self-improvement, confidence, and healing. The accompanying music video featured masterful choreography that reminded fans why Ciara is still one of the best dancers of her generation. She has continued releasing singles and EPs while focusing on collaborations with younger artists and mentoring new talent. Her work in the 2020s has been centered on owning her legacy, on her terms. Ciara's entrepreneurial portfolio includes Beauty Marks Entertainment, 2017-present. A company dedicated to supporting women artists and creators in taking ownership of their work. Lita by Ciara, 2021. Her fashion brand under the House of El Aranci, Love, Respect and Care, a sustainable fashion initiative she co-founded with Russell Wilson and Christine Day, former CEO of Lululemon. Aranci Fragrance, 2020. A successful perfume and cologne line launched with Russell Wilson. Their debut scent was a commercial hit, praised for its sophistication and modern romantic blend. Through these ventures, Ciara has proven herself not only as an entertainer but also as a strategic, forward-thinking businesswoman. She often speaks about generational wealth, women's empowerment, and the importance of Black ownership in the entertainment industry. Faith continues to be the bedrock of Ciara's life. She frequently references scripture in her interviews and social media posts, encouraging her followers to trust in God's timing and walk in purpose. Her home life is intentionally structured around values, love, patience, humility, and service. Her marriage to Russell Wilson has become one of the most admired celebrity partnerships, often described as a modern model of respect and mutual support. They live between homes in Colorado and California, raising their 4 children with a strong foundation in education, community, and culture. At the heart of Ciara's legacy is her enduring power to inspire. Over the course of 2 decades, she has evolved from a Southern girl with a dream to an international star, mother, businesswoman, and advocate for change. Ciara's emergence in 2004 changed the landscape of urban music. She wasn't just another pop star, she pioneered a new sound, Crunk&B, blending the high energy of crunk with the smoothness of R&B. This innovation opened the door for future artists like Tinashe, Normani, and Chloe Bailey. She is widely regarded as one of the best dancers in music history, often mentioned in the same breath as Janet Jackson and Beyoncé for her precise, athletic, and soulful movement. Ciara's message to women has always been clear: own your worth, protect your peace, and never settle. Her songs, like a Boy, Level Up, Rooted, and I Bet, are anthems of independence and resilience. Young women, particularly Black girls, see in her a reflection of their own potential, someone who rose above heartbreak, found love that respects her, pursued business and artistry, and did it all while raising a family. From dancing with Janet Jackson to sharing stages with Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake, and Chris Brown, Ciara has cemented her place in pop culture. But perhaps her most powerful influence is as a cultural ambassador, someone who embodies both style and substance, power and grace. Her involvement in campaigns for Black maternal health, voting rights, and public education underscores her belief that celebrity must be used for more than vanity, it must uplift others. As of 2025, Ciara continues to mentor rising stars, invest in women-led businesses, and expand her media footprint through film production and television development. Ciara's life story is one of grace in motion, a continuous dance of transformation, determination, and courage. She has redefined what it means to be a modern woman in entertainment, one who can lead in the boardroom, command the stage, love fiercely, give generously, and rise, again and again, without ever losing her sense of self. In a world that often tries to place women in boxes, Ciara has danced her way out of every mold. She reminds us that we are not defined by our setbacks but by our comebacks. That strength isn't always loud, it can be quiet, elegant, and profoundly powerful. From goodies to global influence, from heartbreak to divine love, from young dreamer to cultural force, Ciara's journey is far from over. But already she has left a mark that will inspire generations to come.